everybody, and welcome to the show. Shoot. A lot of things happened. Let's talk to Kim.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Alright, so sounds like he's going to F off for the moment. Hold on. Having those audio issues again is just so... Oh, okay, I guess he's not. I know visual calculus was something that we needed. I think perception, but we solved the perception issue. Oh, why am I... What's going on with my screen? There we go. I'm gonna pump something into volition. That seems to be... We're gonna do encyclopedia because I was tired of not knowing what books were. Alright, let's see if I can remember... or should I... Can I just do that? I wish I could just do that. I don't know. So let's just stick with encyclopedia. Alright, so what happened last time we played? Had a fun chat with Claire Evrart. Was able to get out of that hell of a conversation. Sadly without a check, but we needed that for the bonus. So I'm in need of some extra cash. Oh crap, I need perception for this, didn't I? Yep. C'est la vie. Let's see. And then we got the body down. So, yeah. Ooh. A lot of people in here. Can't really talk to any of them. What's this? Healing stuff. Take that bottle right out of the junk man's hand. Why not? Here's a trash key container. Thanks, I hope you found what you're looking for. Found the victim's clothes. How strange. I certainly didn't put him there. Who else has keys to the trash container? The trash collection service? CS Municipal? Municipal? I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though. Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be done... This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. So... Quick update on my end. I am extremely exhausted, so don't expect me to be eloquent. On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container and despondently. CSM is written on their backs. He turns to the man. Thank you anyway. Could maybe one of your staff? Sylvia had the keys before I got here, and I could vouch for her. I could vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with a crime scene. Maybe you remember the sleepwalking. He grimaces. I think fugue states are more of your forte, officer. Thanks. Saw another thing at the whirling. I didn't see anything else at the whirling. Okay, goodbye. Karaoke isn't available. I think I need music and a sheet. Can I?
Yes?
Nah. so I have to ask about all that stuff. Do I have to put the tattoo picture in my hand? No, I just have it. Okay. So let's go do. Well, let's see how we do on this test, actually.
Hello again, sweetie.
You seem to be in a chair. Yes, dear, I'm a paraplegic. A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by the spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height or a grenade explosion. I'm sorry, it was rude of me. That's quite alright. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it. Okay, so we went here. Boom. Revichol. Honestly, I don't know diddly squat. 51. Okay. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. It wasn't that. It wasn't these two, obviously. Radios are being... it's not that. Governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Maybe? Cops. Hold on. Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revichol. Try one more time, officer. What mode of government? I obviously don't know the answer to this, so let's go with this. Oh, no, nothing like that, dear. Revichol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, certainly no machines. I don't know. Still looks like there's a lot of hustling go around. Maybe she's wrong, also. I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed. Alright, so we've gone through that part. She's scared now. She realized you really are brain damaged. I think I've gone through all this. I kind of wish it would save that little bit of information, because obviously I know it now. Or you'd think I'd know it now. One would think. Alright, let's go cause some trouble. Is it this way? It is. Would like you to continue running. Oh. Orange bum hat and some more healing stuff. I'm not wearing any hat, so why not? Hobo cop. So there's this over here. Let's check this out. Must be another way into the building. This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. Press your ear against the door. The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp. Use Mignana's key. You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle. Kim,
Yes.
do you... You don't. Do we just walk? Let's see what happens when we walk in. I've blundered enough as it is, so might as well. Whoever lies here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. A book titled The Hidden World of the Walking Sticks. A flag. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on that flag. This is a flag of Revachol, the suzerainty. It's a sun. This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is a sevenfold sun miracle. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly that the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how Revachol got its flag. Look at the old flag. Lieutenant isn't old-fashioned. I guess bow to the flag. The lieutenant does not bow to the flag. It accepts your salute with quiet dignity. This is a job for the flashlight. A small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over? Meds. Shirt. Colonial mug collection. A row of mugs sit on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others. Tap on the mugs. A little ring. Though cheerful, images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. There's something disdainful in the way the curves and the lines of the bodies are drawn. What do you mean uncomfortable? It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath he's just making fun of these people. I don't think I like the owner. No one's telling you to like him. You might learn something from him, though. Lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look at disdain. What about the yellow mug? Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same sense of humor, the same mocking lines. There is the missing tin soldier. Whoever lies here might have used a whirling container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say. An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often. Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash? Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter. But still, it's a nice coincidence. I think that's it. So I'm gonna... Oops. I'm going to put away the flashlight, just in case. No. I'd like to leave. I know Everard told me not to go in the apartment, but screw Everard. He tried to give me money. Me. So I have a white satin shirt. Probably should have taken off the pants and shoes if it would gotten me a little bit more success. Seeing anything else? Doesn't really look like it. I'm a bum cop. Ooh. A can. Hey, Kunois.
Trying to sneak up on me again?
She just does not like me. Impossible. That dimming light, some things become clear. Cindy's artistic impulses are infectious. It's white. You have no clue. So many walls all over Martinez where the worn cracked their paint peeling.
Yes?
I didn't want to talk to you.
Hello again, officers.
You got nothing for me, I got nothing for you. I'll gladly take the magnesium. Hey, friend.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Seen these tattoos? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there's something I can help you with. You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality. This reality? It's related to a medical episode. Ah, yes, the episode. Sounds like a cute case of encephalopathy. Encephalopathy. Okay, now that I have hooked on phonics. Now that I think I have it. Don't be phased, madam. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all the reality. You may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can. What is acute? Yeah. It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out. What causes it? Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use. It's definitely the drinking. She nods slowly. Where are we? In Martinez, baby. What is Martinez? Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbor north of 881 and Jamrock. You'd be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year. Tell me more. I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. This place used to be a province. A workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets. What sea is this? It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol, and the bay feeds into the ocean. Are we near the ocean? Yes. We are on the island in the ocean, in the world's largest body of water, the Insulentic. Known to the early Revacholans as Les Immensités Bleues, the blue immensities. Vast, lukewarm, and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight. What's the name of this island? Kalu. As you already know, imagine a pebble. A smooth over pebble amidst the great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary. Okay, tell me more. Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city. What kind of city? The great kind. Thanks, lady. As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism. A fact. What makes Revachol great? History, detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries. And why will it continue to resolve history? They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts, ideological conflicts, the stuff of men. Why here? We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulentic Ocean. The world's connective tissue. It's where the money is. Oh, we're quite a way off, about 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That smoldering iron in the bank of the world building, the bottom floors of Insercom, coalition government, and Slindian mission command. Silence. She lowers her head. The water, the light, it is as though you're seeing it for the first time. There's no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it. Jamais vu is when there is something that you feel like you should have a recollection of, but unfortunately you feel like you're seeing something for the first time. It's the opposite of deja vu. Internet. I literally just read that yesterday off of Reddit, so go me. She observed your eyes scanning the horizon that breaks the silence slowly. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you? Was there something else you want to know? Remember something about a lowdown? This has been informative, thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow, isn't it true, ma'am? Absolutely, my commitment here is long-term. You're right, I'll continue later. It's better not to eat all your candy at once. Did I get any bonuses from that? I didn't. That's all for now. By the way, I talked to Everett Clare. You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare? Finally, time to choose sides. I wish to swear fealty to you in the cause of capital. It's not important if I liked him, I was doing my job. 100% I didn't. Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Oh, wait, actually. Corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic. Worm-like corruption reaching into the bowels of the earth. The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides. Of course, and I didn't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt worm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping. Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her she'll like you for it. I'd rather talk about something else for now. Of course, detective. Like getting to sleep because it's 11 o'clock. And I'm out here gallivanting around. What's this? A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. This could be a way to the apartment building the smoking man vanished into. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
That looks like she has a gun. Hold on, who am I speaking to?
Don't matter who I am. Now, go on, get out of here.
It's the police.
Please? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
I need to talk to you young men in this building.
I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door with the smoker? You already were there. It didn't work. Didn't work.
Look, we've had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway.
Yeah, well,
Business here.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever. Am I? Obviously. Look at the vague yet threatening stuff spewing forth from your mouth. Ma'am, your compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer you to potential prosecution.
I know my rights, and don't you marm me, boy.
Ooh, she's
Smith.
feisty.
Would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Kim, that's a problem. Kim, no.
Hold your horses. I don't care about the stinking badge. Just come in.
So, while it's still fresh in my mind, perception. And this. I'm not doing white morning. What do you give me? Yeah. Okay, good. I was worried that I didn't use the point. It's almost midnight and I'm going to an old lady's apartment. Why? I don't know. I guess I could put this away. There's graffiti saying firing squad for the rich. A note reads foreclosed for Martinez. Someone has torn down the wall. Waves crashing in the darkness. A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony wall. A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to negative 20 degrees Celsius. The plan. Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with a neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down. Her face is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression. Look around yourself. It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room. She had an eye for beauty. Sounds like I need my flashlight. Doom, doom, doom. Old grocery list. Some money. Nope. I've already been in there. Hi, lady.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
You alright? Should I call a
I'm
doctor?
Fine. Don't you worry about me. Now, what you want from me, policeman?
She's a cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan. Dark hair, skinny build.
Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
Just want to talk to him.
Talk? He lives upstairs in room number 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there.
Usually home in the evening. Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony, see if he's home. What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artist? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins her walls faster than I clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business, more than I can say for others.
Like me?
Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through the halls.
Don't mind me as I just shine this flashlight in your face. I see you, trash can. Box filled with cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered over the wall. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in different sizes. Apartment 12, a loud rumbling snore comes from within. Oh, that's where I want to go. Ooh, lots of things. You hear the distant traffic, night falling on the city. Maroon glow in the light pollution rises from the east. Curtains shift just a little. Someone's watching from within. I see you! The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. So he went up this way. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. And a hot plate. Apartment 28. The door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives. Let's see if anyone's home. No one answers. Looks like the young man we're looking for is at home. I think our best chance is to catch him in the evening. Excuse me. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 2100? Sounds good. Sounds good.
Damn. Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry, you'll get him.
Remember, tomorrow, he'll probably be gone for the day. Secret police work. Secret police work. Going around hungover. Hey. He's a big chungus. He's a big chunky boy. Revachol. Hey. Oranje and Klasje. Revachol. Soft CH. He's a big chungus. I got the song stuck in my head. Do 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 do. Low on morale, put points into volition. Thanks, game. Not though. I can put away my flashlight. Inside you catch a glimpse of Union paraphernalia, strike posters, and red pennants. Okay. Short on money, cut plastic bag, collect bottles, and sell them to frit. Frite? Knock. There's no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the whole world is doing something without you. Beauty, don't abandon me in all this ugliness. The door doesn't care. I'm not gonna go in there while they're showering. Can I tell Kim I'm going Betty bye? Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go. The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum, then...
We should talk about the investigation, but I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
How do you think today went? Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on them. Then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal, but we did manage to get him down from the tree, so as they say, all's well that ends well. I admit I'm a little out of practice. Being sober also tends to help with precision. Anyway, we performed a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. I still feel like we're missing something, but it's up to the boys in processing now. We did perform a thorough search of the crime scene. That's great. Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here, Martinez, I mean... The initial interviews? Including Everett Clare, a daunting adversary if there ever was one. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. He's a tough cookie, that one. Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name. That's relief. I want a different name, one I haven't ruined yet. You can look into the process of changing your name after we have finished this investigation. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that standard Precinct 41 practice? I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up to tomorrow. It's part of the Shamrock Shuffle. It's impressive, especially for a man your age, and in those heels. Those heels. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. I didn't know you smoked. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual. Oh, man. He looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette. Do you have any more cigarettes? I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while we go over my notes. How'd you get so cool, Kim? You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary child of will and unhealthy. Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. I swear I can read. Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It'd be easier to simply quit. Yet we're here to quit. Yet were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit, below it all. Right then, the debrief. The RCM, they're quite limited actually. The power officers of Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently in imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an inter-department schedule. Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse? Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Why not more? The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We're not really supposed to play any part in economic structure in Revachol. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. Prevents confusion and overcrowding. Wait, how can you be sure the arrestee will show up? You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights than they are when they are eventually caught. It's about projection. Thus far, they seem to show up. Exhaustion is bad. Make sure you're getting your sleep because it makes reading hard. I see, and if someone resists, we are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. What, have I killed anyone? That's an improbability, perhaps an impossibility. I don't know if I really want to know. Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence. What happens to the people we convict? We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Coron and La Delta. The prosecution works off of our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. I'm not going to ask him if he killed someone. The coalition government and the Marlin turn more broadly. The RSCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone by the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it's better to say we were allowed to form. It's the point of the contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Bang! Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Moral Intern leases us the right to keep the peace in the city, and they will take it away if we misuse it. The dying light of the city shimmered below. Slowly, like the luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at the slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead. The whiskers of its floodlight to the ground below. Lieutenant Kitaragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky, two glowing circles. Finally, he pulls on the cigarette and says, "They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno, it's different inland, in Shamrock and the GRIH. Why are they like this? It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdiction of our 2 precincts. And in Jamrock and GRIH, he looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky and says, "We run the city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are, but we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our system works. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate. I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here." Me too, but I wouldn't count on the drastic changes in our lifetime. He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older. Thank you for this. Hey! Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go. He's a good partner. And he is not a chungus. I don't know. Bing, 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 bing. Hold. Okay, well. See you in the morning. If I don't see you first. Do I have to talk to him? Bye. Okay. Okay, so while he's in his room, I should probably close my door. I'm gonna see if I pass that perception check on the broken fence, and I think there's some other things that go better if Kim isn't around, but I don't know what. I saw you, but I still can't talk to you. See a container you can't open up? You quit the pry bar. I know where one is. There's a trash container by Cindy. This one was visual calculus. Okay, I thought it was perception. My bad. Now let's go to bed. Screw it. Bing, 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 bing. Let's look in the mirror. Oh. Alright, well I won't try the other ones. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Crawl in. Get that beauty sleep, Mr. Harry Dubois. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. But then sleep doesn't come. But I want to sleep. Obviously, you're in the bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Why? Maybe it's the bed's fault? Check the pillow. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat and grease. Check the blanket. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors, and you won't get off this carousel quite easily. Roll on the other side. It's a little bit better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Who killed him? Who? Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. No more thoughts. Fall asleep. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images. Images start forming. Down, down, down. Ooh, Dreamland. No inventory. Got it. No inventory. Got it. Okay, so I guess the black sludge is just showing what we can't go through. Oh.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Can I do that voice? Do you remember the scent of your childhood? Not exactly.
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face? That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle, and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium. Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up. No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. This dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before.
God damn it.
Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Oh boy, the shit factory, my favorite.
Good going, buddy. Oh my god, what the hell was that?
I completely forgot the voice I gave electrochemistry.
Oh, it's just a dream. It's something different. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell's going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detective need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline? No, I can't. I can take this. I'm not gonna go look for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as a pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks? You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then and you'll be fired. Suit yourself, slow and sad shell man. See how well you do without your spark.
Do. Let's go talk to Kim and try and figure out. Can I not interact with that? I guess not. Down the stairs we go to continue on to our adventure of Disco Elysium. Oh, hey. Let's go talk to our Mr. Kim. Good morning.
Morning.
I've got some news, the lieutenant smiles. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep. Good, thanks. I'm glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to. Oh well, we'll get the armored boots in another lifetime. The Union muscle finally turned up and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them. What do you mean rowdy? I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for said policing. I think it's them. Are these men Gart told us about? I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about and one big problem to replace. Why do we need to talk to him? Everything points to the dock workers union, the belt used for the hanging, tracks in mud, the circumstances of the Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong, but we still need to talk to them. Do we need reinforcements? That would just escalate tension. No camp to sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth conflict between the RCM and the Desbois Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war, so let's keep a cool head. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them and continue our business. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder? There's no hurry to leave. They think they own the place anyway. I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me. Let's talk to the cryptozoologist's wife. She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
There's no public phones nearby.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine. I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, ma'am. Everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
Vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask Art, maybe? Why do you use his phone anyways?
The woman who was house sitting for us known that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to be back on Monday night, but they're still missing and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reed, something sweet in its somnolent. A deep chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
Have more important things to worry about.
So your husband's some kind of scientist? Oh, yes, a zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise. What's cryptozoology? It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends. That's one opinion, yes, and people are entitled to their opinions. She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her. My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby. It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology. One specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assumed them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such a species, called cryptids, is difficult and often thankless, and frankly many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days rarely interest in supporting real research. Woohoo! Sometimes the most charming thing you can do is be reasonable in your request. Could you tell me about just one interesting cryptid? I suppose you could use a break, and I could use a distraction. Lieutenant throws one of his looks. One cryptid, like you said. One, this can't turn into a cryptid extravaganza. We have things to do. Cryptid extravaganza, I like the sound of that. And I don't, just one. Whoa, tough choice. Biggest. That would be the giant coconut, she says, as if it's common knowledge. The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast coconut desert in the South Sahara, casting a strange light across the barrens. What do you mean an odd light? A mirage, or a psychogenous luminance. She does not elaborate the nature of the luminance any further. How big is it? No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain, appearing from below the horizon, expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision. Is it dangerous? The towering luminosity of the coconut is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana, otherwise a fate unimaginable. Others a fate unimaginable. Hoo-wee! No animal can be that large, it's mirage. That's what it makes it so peculiar. A species of surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of coconut must be the largest animal the planet can support. There are limits, you see, on how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the coconut desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes. Great. This is great shit. This is such great shit. I can't do Vince McMahon. You need more. Is this a cryptid? The lieutenant leans in. Hey, you promised, but you'd only ask about one. But Kim, don't you want to hear about another cryptid? Lieutenant pauses softly. Nah, fuck it, let's have more cryptids. Cryptids. Well, the cryptid on your pen is a kind of green ape, half war story, half uncovered species in the genus Homo. War story? Yes, it was reported by soldiers in the South Safri during the war. The kind of green ape would visit bunkers during the night, healing wounded soldiers with its saliva. And there's something about the undiscovered... Oh, wow, with saliva. Yes, it has amazing healing qualities. Some soldiers reported growing back limbs, regaining their sight. And there's something about an undiscovered subspecies of man. Indeed, there is. It's our closest relative among the cryptids. Same taxonomic family, different genus. Which is to say, the green ape is a kind of species with which we share a common ancestor and that evolved parallel to our own, just like your partners. I knew it, Kim, you're not human. He gives Lena a look, communicating something between disgust and exasperation. Ma'am, you're
confusing him. Please don't misunderstand me, either of you. Human, as it is used in everyday speech, is hardly a taxonomic category. For all intents and purposes, you can be thought of as human, though cellulites do have distinguishing characteristics, different advantages, if you will. Yes, advantages such as flakier texture of celluloid earwax, or so I've heard. Nothing inspired pride in one of those species, quite like speculative evolutionary biology. Perhaps we've had enough of this today? Yeah, we've had enough of this today. Cool. You're in the same spot. I'm looking at the wall. Do you have anything new? Anything new to say? Nope. All right, we're going the long way around. Oh. Sleepy guy's gone from Wild Pines. Hi, friend. It's all about the money, you know. Alright, gonna talk to the gardener. Kim, you follow so closely behind me.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Her entire character has shifted. The young woman is cold as ice. I just want to know more about this place before I check it out. That's normal.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
I just want to chit
It
chat.
doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could be this Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned, the one Everett went to law school. Are you Lizzie Beaufort? I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here, Titus Hardy. Even though she has excellent control of herself, something moved behind her eyes and the way she stands in her face. Easy, Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot. You're not here to chat up the legal counsel, you're here to question these men. What's your role in all this? Like I've told you, I'm legal counselor. Do you have any hearing problems? Maybe I do. What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What you want is no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. I'm not going to ask her why she's so aggressive. Say hi to everyone for me.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective,
We need to talk about the man that hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him? A real looker, that one.
I wasn't expecting his voice to be like that.
Sure took your time, huh?
Shanky.
To get all right and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw. Chances are you're going to match. Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man in his 30s, overbearingly masculine. Sitting to his right, standard worker, boot size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet. Across at the table, hobnailed, working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Samarzarian, in his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villalobos, housing project in Jamrock Quarter. There are incarcerations. Hard to say what else. The ink is fading. And then standard working boot, steel enforced toes, size 46, the big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. The title patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard work boot, steel enforced 2. Let's do this again. In the far corner, standard working boots, steel enforced toes, size 44, 40-something non-alcoholic beverage in his hand. You squint. Is that plectrum? Where? On his neck. Forget it, it's not important. Let's call that one the musician. And the little guy? Size 41 with a light step. Not a child after all. An older man with a rat face. Mean, watery eyes and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing, big guys. Boot size 46. Deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in the armor and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The boot prints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. One is missing, the odd soul. Exactly. You stood there for about 4 seconds not saying anything. Hit them with the questions. Where's 8th Hardy? Found 8 set of boot prints, but there's only 70. Where's 8th Hardy boy? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here. He sizes you up. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring. Actually, boss, we've been talking. I got the voice. Actually, boss, we've been talking, and we think she could maybe. She? So there's an 8th Hardy and it's a Hardy girl. Who might it be? Elizabeth, the gardener? Shut the fuck up, Glenn. I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop? So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her. That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And, he points to the lieutenant, you're not cops here. Don't do digging around. I'm slowly turning into Ben Shapiro. Don't go digging around. If you don't want a bullet in the back of your head, I'm watching you. I messed that up. Good, we're all watching each other. Officer, your questions? Man in the back? Ooh. There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later. The man in the backyard. Did you do it? The pretty boy? You guys really love talking about the pretty boy. Funny, but my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you. Why are your boot print? Why is there a container belt? Container belt? Like we use in the harbor? Yes, why? Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out in the back and we used it to hang him. We did this. Together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck. There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could just take them all away. It's too simple. But there's a catch. There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste your time. When did this hanging? Okay. You don't have to answer any of the questions. I know, Lizzie, relax. We killed them all last Sunday. Seems like a good way to end the week. How long had you known the victim? Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole. He looks like Billy Bob Thornton, but I can't do Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah! Yeah! Who do you think we are? Quiet! You came around about 3 weeks ago, when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy? And by the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier and the representative for the Wild Pines? The same company you're striking against? No. I mean the Pines cow, the stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has some interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough. That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. How did you kill him? We hanged him by the neck until he got real still. Wasn't it, Officer Copier? Didn't they teach you anything in cop schools, idiot? Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams. Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him until he was dead and steady.
Oof, 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 oof. How did you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
Did that go down? No. Where did this overpowering happen?
Right the fuck here. The fucker print.
Ooh, it's Shanky. Never mind. Right the fuck here. Sure, that's Shanky now. The fucker pranced in like he owns the place. Got it. What's coming from him? Shanky might be lying. Titus is solid as a rock, but so are a few others. But first, tell me who's solid. Elaine looks like he might be Titus's right man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police. This little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps his tomato juice or whatever he's got there. Who's cracking?
Fat Angus.
This one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. Hey, you having trouble breathing over there? No. This one's Patrick. He looks up. No. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful man, all muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a twig. Alright, I have more questions. Why did you kill him?
Why? Because he was a worthless mercenary scum, and he stepped out of line. In my town.
So he's a mercenary? That's it?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of... Nah. Kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranhis Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Right. So what did he actually do wrong? Hold on. How do you know he's Special Forces? Because one night, he walked straight up into the mic and said, Oranese goddamn Special Forces, I'm gonna fuck you all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone. We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there, like some kind of animal. This is a serious violation of karaoke code. Okay, besides the crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wipes spittle from his mouth. There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates. If we don't let the gates in, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming in here every night, drinking, grabbing girls, grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage. He grabbed someone? Yeah, this girl's on the mic, a beautiful girl, young, gets in the second verse of Love Her Leg. The fucker grabs her leg, starts screaming. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? And then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down. Is this the same girl who sexually assaulted?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before he could do anything, before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening? These guys are interesting group. Right, but who did he rape then? This is a serious allegation.
No, you're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. Murder him like that? No remorse? How many people have you sent to the chase? Ever felt remorse for them? Chase électrique is a method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the Suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad. Or sent them to the reunion to rot for 20 years for life. He says if he's been there. He says it as if it were worse than dying. Don't want to say scum of the earth. Look, I'm just doing my job. We don't want to Nuremberg it. What do we do here is different from forest law. You just kill people like nothing. Honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember. Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus? Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head, that's for sure. Who called the shots? Are you deaf? There's no singling anyone out. Are you deaf? There is no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a hardy boy without arresting all hardy boys. A shadow of a smirk passed her lip as she tilts her head. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest all of them? I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than others. That's for the court of Les Jardins to decide, not for the officer making the rest, which we all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report. I'm curious what would happen if I step up on him. I really am. But I kind of feel like it's going to mess up a lot of things for me. So we definitely need more authority. Ooh, why is my authority 0? Authority -2. Ha 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 ha. Oops.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Okay. I feel like if I get my badge, things will be a little better. I don't think there's any way to get the badge on the first day. It'd be cool if there was, but I don't know. Oh. He's gone. Can I mess with this? Yeah, I think it's Tuesday, so We've got some time. All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. Spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping on your hat. What do I see? Gray sky like great battleship clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you. It's in the west. Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean, wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of half-sunken seafort crumble on an inlet. Beyond the bay of Revachol, ghosts rise in the sea. Who are you, ghosts? The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district, faint golden light sweeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there? Will I? No. You are just one of hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinez. What is down the shore? Urban coastline, rain dripping off eternite-covered roofs, cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction, a defunct research and development building once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on the stilts above the water. And beyond that, Coal City, end of all lines. Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. To the east, great gates of industrial harbor are locked. The chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide. Shake your shoulders again. You shudder, looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza snow. Two green snakeskin shoes stand at attention on the mosaic paving of plaza. To the north, Capsate apartments, tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46 millimeter bullets still lodged into the war-torn walls. Hallways collapsed from mortar hits of a wall that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. Rain falls onto the roof of the woodshed. The lingering odor of decomposition mixes with that of damp soil. And to the south, a traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch, water streaming down the windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has raised. It's on the other side. The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodworks, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snow melts in Jamrock. Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home. Where the hood at? Have a brother in the cut where the wood at. Can't stop that if you don't fuck with that. Where the hood at. Oh, that is a really fun Easter egg. Oh, DMX. Okay, to be in Martinez where no one goes and at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal in the whitest part of town in the shadow of the day, the revolution failed. What am I doing here? Standing in the rain, looking north where Jamrock City stretches out. In the rain-swept distance above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. What's above? Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears. What's below? Collapsed storm drain, old sewage systems flooded with rainwater, hidden weapon caches from the revolution. Doors leading down to the Le Riom, the catacombs to which for 3 centuries they delivered the blue-blooded dead. Motherfucker. This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we're just for it. Let's keep moving. Where the hood at? Got a nigga in the back where the wood at. Can't got nothing, you get what at. Okay. So, like I said at the beginning of the stream, you can get a lot of sleep. And with that comes not a lot of energy. And on that note, I've hit a wall. I'm going to end the stream here for the day. Thank you all for Thank you all for watching. I just looked over and realized that at some point I've been trying to move around and it didn't work, so I typed ass. Anyways, have a good night. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, feel free to hit that follow button and get notifications of when I'm going to stream next. Other than that, have a good night.